What's up, guys? I don't usually do this very often. I don't really give secrets away or anything like that. I usually don't like to. But this reporting flag issues is getting out of hand. Somebody is butthurt about something. I don't know. I had to create another Facebook because I have now a second Facebook with a 30-day suspension. I had to create another Twitter because I have now a second Twitter on private because of lockdowns, because somebody likes reporting little stupid shit. I got 3 YouTube channels currently with strikes on them. So I had to go to another YouTube channel, put my videos on private. That's like the only way I'm able to keep my channels. And I gotta wait for the strikes to fall off. I want to show you idiots something. I don't think this is a good idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. This is my little notebook pad, okay? And inside this notebook pad, I had this thing for years. Same notebook pad. I had this thing for probably about three and a half years. And inside this notebook pad, I have pages of list of accounts for filled. They are filled up with accounts that I have. Googles, Facebooks, Yahoos, Twitters, Instagrams, you name it. Just lists of them. Let me show you something. Here's a bunch of accounts that are scribbled out. Those are Twitter accounts that got terminated. Here's another bunch of accounts with scribbles on them. Those are Facebook accounts that got terminated. I write down the Facebook page, the email it's associated with, the password. And when it gets terminated, I just scribble it out. I got Snapchats, I got Googles, I got AOLs. I got all these email addresses to create these Facebook pages and Twitters with. This is my little whatever the hell. I've had this book for like 3 years. And it's so pathetic that I get suspended so much that the goddamn thing is I'm almost out of pages. I'm like getting down to the nitty gritty here with pages. I might have to buy another notebook because that's how much I get suspended and terminated. I create more accounts because I keep getting suspended and terminated. So I have to... The thing is almost full. Okay? I got hundreds. It's pathetic. It really is. It really is. I never really had to do this. I really didn't. You know, I remember back in 2012, I had 1 YouTube, 1 Facebook, 1 Twitter, maybe a couple of Yahoos, a couple of Googles. This is back when Google and YouTube were associated. All I had to do to create a YouTube was have an email address. Then Google bought out YouTube, and now you had to create a Google to make a YouTube. I don't know, it's stupid. I like the old YouTube when Google didn't buy it out. When you block somebody on YouTube, they couldn't even subscribe to your channel. And I got these trolls subscribing. I mean, they can't comment on my channel, but they still can subscribe. I like the old YouTube when you block somebody, they couldn't comment, subscribe, nothing. So they couldn't even thumbs up your video. But then Google bought them out. But that was the old YouTube. But I like the new Twitter. The old Twitter, you block somebody and it can still see what you're tweeting. The new Twitter, you block somebody, you can't even see the tweets. There are some very rare exceptions. There are some people that claim they have the back door to Twitter. So I got a couple of Twitters on private right now. That right there, and I know what you people are thinking. Oh, look at this loser. He's got all those accounts. He doesn't have a life on the internet. I can't blame you for thinking these things. That right there is pathetic. It is. It is. It's pathetic. I agree. That is straight up pathetic. Of a 35-year-old that has a full-time job, that has, a nice woman in his life, that has a nice car, and has all these nice things, has got to do that to stay active on the internet. Because I get suspended so much, because that's the kind of age we live in, where they want to push conservatives off the internet. Because the trolls are so bad now on the internet, that's what I got to resort to. Many accounts. And I have so many accounts I can't keep track of them up here. I have to write them down. That's pathetic. It is pathetic. It's fucking sad. It is. And I agree. It is fucking sad. And to all these trolls out there, oh, look at this. This guy's a loser. He has all these accounts. He's a troll himself. You can say what you want. That's fine. I don't give a shit. Say what you want. But it's pretty fucking pathetic that I get flagged and reported and blocked and well, I'm blocked. Reported, flagged, whatever. So much. I'm not the only one. It's happening to a lot of conservatives. That we get reported and flagged so much on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook. There is no free speech anymore. You know what free speech nowadays is? This is what free speech today is. Agree with the liberal agenda, or you're getting pushed off the internet. Liberals, oh, we're all for free speech. No, they're not. No, they're not. If they were all for free speech, they wouldn't flag you. They wouldn't report you. I went on Twitter today, and I just typed in my name, Raging Rob. And some user out there with 100,000 followers is typing mine is running my fucking name on his Twitter, and I just look at the responses, and I have 300 people responding. I'm gonna flag that Twitter. I'm gonna flag that Twitter. I'm gonna report that Twitter. And I've seen it 300 times. One of the Parkland students is running their mouth about me over something I said on Instagram. They mentioned me in a tweet, and it got retweeted over 10,000 times. I seen the responses. There's over 700 responses, and there's at least 3. I couldn't even keep track of it. I looked at the responses talking about me. She screen capped something I said on Instagram about the, I don't think she's doing the flagging, but it's somebody else. It's 300 people. And I'm going to report that account. I'm going to report that account. I've seen that like at least 300 times out of the 700 responses. That's what it's resorting to. They don't like free speech. And what I said on Instagram wasn't even that bad. But that's why if you see my Twitters and they're protected tweets or whatever, that's why. So I can maybe keep the Twitter account because some people keep reporting it. It's pathetic. My girlfriend messaged me 20 minutes ago. You get too many accounts, Rob. I can't keep track of it. I don't blame you. I explained to her what's going on, She understands. She's a conservative. She understands. She's a conservative as well. She's a Trump supporter. She's actually from the Philippines, but she's a Rodrigo Duterte supporter. I love that guy. I love that fucking guy. He's a conservative. Anyway, enough about that. YouTube thing, same thing. I just had to put another channel and private all the videos. Over a video that was free speech. Over a video that was Islamophobic. And they call us Nazis. Okay? They call us Nazis. No. Hitler, you know what Hitler did? He censored people. This is what Hitler did. Before he executed the Jews and disarmed them and whatever he did, he censored them. That's exactly what he did. Now, who's a Nazi? They say, oh, all conservatives are Nazis because Donald Trump's a Nazi. And they, all that bullshit they're saying. This is what liberals say. Well, Nazis don't deserve free speech. Actually, I believe everybody deserves free speech. Free speech. Everybody. I'm not going to say except liberals, because if I said that, then that puts me down to their level. What makes the internet great, what made the internet great back in the day, is a liberal or conservative, or who gives a shit, liberal or conservative politics. Two people can go at it. You know, back in the day, we had this Yahoo chat, and we had this voice chat. And, man, I remember Yahoo voice chat. I would go on there and that microphone, and I would cuss somebody out and call their mom a whore, and just go at it for hours at it, you know. And we didn't have to worry about getting kicked off Yahoo. I never got kicked off Yahoo. Finally I did, because they ended the chat rooms. But I'm saying, back in the AOL days, I could go on AOL, and I could, before AOL started regulating their chat rooms, I could go at it with AOL, and I could just type up anything. I would swear and cuss at somebody, and we went at it for hours. But then the butthurt pussies started coming along and started reporting everything. And then I started losing AOL accounts. I lost 50 fucking AOL accounts. And then MySpace came along, and we had the MySpace chat rooms, and we just went at it with MySpace, and we just kept, we could go at it for hours on MySpace chat. MySpace never had a problem. But then MySpace died. Facebook came up. I remember a time on Facebook I could fucking say anything. I could fucking, words I'm not going to say on YouTube because I'll get flagged. But we could go at it for a long time. And now, you can't do that anymore. I mean, unless it's a terrorist threat and it's an actual threat, like I'm going to go out and do this, you know, or a threat against a school, or a terrorist threat, or a threat against the president, you know, something like that, I understand. But we don't have free speech anymore. We have on social media, it's agree with our liberal agenda. If you don't, we're gonna fucking suspend you. We're gonna terminate you. That's what it is. But we support free speech. No, you support free speech among the liberals. If you're a conservative, you're a Nazi. And it's considered hate speech. It's considered Islamophobic. It's considered homophobic. It's considered anti-gay. It's considered racist. I like that one, huh? It's considered anti-black. It's considered anti-Mexican. You're anti-Asian. You're anti-this. You're anti-that. You're anti-Semitic. We don't have free speech anymore. It's dead. I watched the A-Bomb last night. I watched one of his YouTube videos. He was talking about this free speech, and he keeps getting flagged. And I just want to let A-Bomb know, I'm not flagging your videos, okay? He probably thinks I'm full of shit, but whatever. It takes somebody a bitch to do shit like that. And there's people that openly admit it. Why would you openly admit it to flagging and reporting somebody? You're just making it stupid upon yourself. And I watched A-Bomb's video, and he was 100% right, spot on, correct. It's not every day I agree with the A-Bomb, but I agree with that video, everything he said in that video. And I feel his pain. I mean, he's probably caught it worse than me. I lost about a dozen channels, so I probably caught it worse than him. But whatever. Anyway, that's the video. Free speech is dead.